listening to the best of the Martha Zoller Show. To hear the full show each day, tune in to AM 550 and FM 102.9 WDUN or log in to accesswdun.com and click the Listen Live button from 9 to 11 Monday through Friday. It is the Martha Zoller Show, and I'm so happy to welcome Angie Brooks for my sister's place here, because Angie and I are going to be involved in a really big thing next week, and we just wanted to tell you a little bit about it. Welcome, Angie.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here. This is very exciting.
So tell us first about My Sister's Place.
So My Sister's Place is a faith-based shelter for women and children experiencing homelessness. The ladies come to us from all over North Georgia. We take excellent care of them while they're with us, and we help them return to stability.
And so what does that look like?
Wow. So it's a 90-day program. We help them with very practical things like food and clothing, transportation assistance if they need it to go to interviews and that sort of thing. But the goal is to help them increase their income so they can go find an apartment and live on their own again and be contributing members of society, if you want to put it that way. So we help them with life skills classes, job readiness classes, building their resume, getting either a better job or maybe a second job, just something to help them with their housing situation. We help them navigate government housing, low-income housing. That can be very complicated, certainly very hard to do if you're living in your car trying to do it on your phone. Most of the ladies that do come to us are working, but they've had to choose between maybe a car repair that was really high, and they had to choose between that or paying their rent, so they decided to do the car repair. They need the car to get to work, so they're going to work and their kids are going to school, but then they're sleeping in their car and the kids are getting dressed in the bathroom at, like a big box retail store and going to school like that, trying to study in the car. It's just an impossible way to live. So they come to us and we help them get stable and help them. We have a computer available to them and a case manager and shelter advocates that all kind of really rally around them. They pray with them. They encourage them. They take them, like I said, to their interviews if they need that assistance. They help them sign up. Many of them are not aware of benefits that are available to them, like SNAP, which is kind of surprising that they wouldn't be aware of that. Or there's child care assistance that can be available to them that they're not aware of. So we try to help them navigate those programs, learn about them, get signed up, get on their feet, and move out into permanent housing.
I mean, wouldn't you say that they're just so focused on surviving?
Yes.
That they don't have the bandwidth to be able to say what kind of help is out there.
Exactly.
Because it's so funny. We talk a lot on this program about how out of control a lot of social benefits have gotten. But if you think about the beginnings of the social safety net in America, it started out with something called aid to widows and children. Okay, because the idea was that the only person that should need help from the government is a woman who is taking care of children that doesn't have a man. Now, I know that's an outdated way of looking at it, but that the initial goal was to take care of women and children.
Yes.
And that's something government should do. And that was sort of the basis of a lot of the care that we've had throughout our history, that when we've done that kind of thing. And, the work that My Sister's Place does great. You also have this fantastic thrift store.
Yes, we do.
I buy a lot of things from that thrift store, and I donate to it, too.
Oh, well, we appreciate that. Yes, it's called My Sister's Resale Boutique. It's it's in the Washington Square Shopping Center on John W. Morrow Parkway, behind the gun store. Our ladies shop there at no charge, and there are other nonprofits in town that send their residents there to shop at no charge. So when you donate to My Sister's Resale Boutique, you are really helping out a lot of people. And it is really cute. You're right. It's got great stuff there. When my mom passed away, she had a lot of great work clothes. You know what I mean? And she was a classic kind of, they weren't out of style. And so we donated those. Before she died, she knew she was dying. And I told her about My Sister's Place. And she goes, yeah, I want to give them to My Sister's Place. So that's what we did. Nice. We gave them to My Sister's Place.
And then I've done that too. So I've lost a lot of weight recently or in the last 5 years. And I had a lot of great plus size work clothes that I don't need anymore. And I've donated all of those to my sister's place.
That's wonderful.
Because, I know how hard it is when you've got to have the right interview clothes. You've got to have the right kind of clothes to go back to work. And granted, that's changed a lot, what we can wear to work, right, than what it used to be.
Yeah, sure.
But you still have to have nice clothes to wear to work.
Yeah, it's a confidence builder to show up feeling like you fit in with your peers, and it's just a really important piece of what we're doing, helping them, because really without a good job, you can't make it. There's just no way to. Housing costs are so high right now, and if you're also having to pay for childcare, and there's just so many groceries and all of it, it adds up quickly. It's difficult for people with a strong support system to make it right now, and these women typically have no one.
No one.
We had a young lady who she was expecting a baby, and Christmas Day night, her blood pressure shot up, and she ended up going to the hospital, and she put on her emergency contact was our case manager, because she had no one that could come with her to the hospital. So our case manager got out of bed at 11:30 at night on Christmas Day, drove to the hospital, and was with her for an emergency C-section, because otherwise that woman would have been alone. Like, these women have no one. And so we are a stopgap for them. We come alongside them. We get in the trenches with them and help them overcome the barriers that have brought them into this situation. And help. Our tagline is restoring hope. That's what we do. We help them understand there is hope, and you can do this. And we are here for you.
So next Thursday is going to be the gala.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, we're so excited. So first of all, I have to say a huge thank you to you for being our honorary chair.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Yeah, so you're going to be there. Bill Maine is going to be there. It's going to be kind of a hometown celebrity evening. But then we also have a wonderful, really funny comic named Mike Goodwin. He's also known as the Bowtie Comic, if you're on Instagram and have seen him at all. He's hilarious. It's family friendly. So, because it is kind of a heavy topic, so we found that having a comedian kind of lightens it up a little bit at the end, and you'll really enjoy him. He's very funny.
So if someone wanted to go to this, can you still buy tickets?
You can, but you have to hurry. So tomorrow is the last day. The tickets are on sale. You just go to our website, Google My Sister's Place of Gainesville. It'll come right up. Click on News and Events, and you can get your tickets there.
So are you part of a chain, My Sister's Place? Because I've noticed when I've searched, other My Sister's Places come up. Are they connected?
No, they are not. So we are just one.
So be sure to put My Sister's Place of Gainesville, Georgia.
Yes. We actually started right here on the square. Our founder would see women and children sleeping on the benches. Marty Owens, that's right. And she would invite them into her home and give them a meal, give them breakfast in the morning, pack them a sack lunch, and bring them back to the square. Because back then there was nowhere for the ladies and children to go. But now I encourage your listeners to come visit My Sister's Place. We do a tour the first Tuesday of every month. You can see how warm and cozy it is. It's just a wonderful, inviting place for these women and their children.
Well, my old pastor, Phil DeMoore, said, if you're doing God's work, the money will come.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's kind of what you guys have done throughout. If you're doing God's work, the money will come. And we're excited about the dinner. And so you have until tomorrow to get tickets. You can go to My Sister's Place, Gainesville, and buy the tickets. If you're going, it's going to be a great experience. I went last year. I had a great time.
Oh, thank you.
And because I usually don't do these nighttime things, folks, because, I get up early in the morning. So to get me out at night is a pretty big thing. So I'm very happy to be doing this. And because it's for the community. I mean, you heard what I was talking about before, is that you can't change the world, but you can, you can make things better in your own backyard.
That's right. We had an event recently where a lady approached me with a donation, and I said, "Oh, thank you so much." And she said, "Well, I really believe in what you're doing over there." And I said, "Oh, that's so nice. Thank you." And she said, "I was actually there 10 years ago with my son. He was 4. And it meant everything to us to have a place to be for a little while and for me to regain my footing." And she's got a great job now. They're doing really well. And it was kind of like what you were saying earlier, that it's really encouraging to hear someone who it meant so much to her all those years ago that we're actually having a generational impact on our community because her son is doing really well. Like we are there for the kids who are the most vulnerable members of our community. And we're just really glad to be there. I have to say one more thing really fast.
Okay.
So we do have a silent auction at our gala, and one of the coolest things that we're going to have is one of our items is being able to co-host with you on your show.
Yes.
That is one of our auction items, and I am thrilled about that. That is such a fun thing. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, you're welcome. I love doing that, and I'm always looking for fill-in hosts. So I found a couple through that, which has been good, which has really been good. Angie Brooks from My Sister's Place. You can buy tickets for the gala until tomorrow. Please go to the website and do that. And thank you for being here.
Oh, it's been my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
To hear the full versions of last week's Martha Zoller shows, go to the podcast page at accesswdun.com, and you can follow me on social media at Martha Zoller.